Hey everybody, Jeff Sports with John. Done to do another episode continuing our NFL draft prospects by position. So today we're doing the tight end position. So there's not going to be really any first round teams I think that are going to take a tight end. There might be two, and I'll bring those up. But for the sake of the tight ends, I'm not going to sit here and go down the list of, oh, they're going to be at this spot, because probably most of them will get picked in the, maybe second, but more likely like third, fourth round. So I might bring up each team as we go along here. But so the number one overall guy seems to be fairly consensus among the experts is Cole Kmet out of Notre Dame. 6'6", 262 pounds, pretty good size, does just about everything pretty well. I think this is obviously one of the two guys that would probably end up going in a first round. And I think the very first team that probably could take a tight end would be the Giants, but at number 4, that's not going to happen. Chargers could theoretically take one too, but that's not going to happen since I think they covered that in free agency. So, now we're looking down further. Realistically, the Cardinals could, but I mean, again, here we are like 8th pick. So unless they like trade down, I think we're going to have to go all the way down till you get to probably in the 20s before you see a tight end. And I think you're looking at, the Patriots at 23 would possibly be the first one taking a guy like Cole Kmet there. Otherwise, I think it's more than likely realistic that, somebody like the Titans who, didn't bring back Delaney Walker and now have to depend on Jonnu Smith could do that. But I think it's more likely they do an offensive line or running back. And then the Packers at number 30, I think is the one team, because they either need a receiver or a tight end. They need something to give Rodgers. And as I did on the wide receivers, I predicted kind of a run going on with receivers. So if they get down and like say 4 receivers have already been taken, this is where I could see the first tight end coming off the board. So more than likely, I think Kmet doesn't go past the Packers. At number 2, we have I have Brycen Hopkins. You're going to see a lot of difference if you look at other sites where all these other tight ends fall into place. I have Hopkins. He was out of Purdue, so I like the fact that he was in Big Ten play. He's a senior, so I like that. He kind of is what he is at this point if he's a senior. 6'4", 245, not the biggest size, but good enough size. So, again, he's the other one that could, to me, go in the first round. And at this point, every one of these guys is going to either be like a better blocker or a better receiver, or, doesn't run routes the best, or one does. So, some of it depends on what teams are down there. And Chiefs and 49ers don't really need a tight end. So, if the first tight end goes to the Packers, then that's probably going to be it. But, again, we talked about how the Giants, the Titans, I think I'm missing a team in here. What else did I say? But, we talked about some of those teams needing a tight end, and they were too far up, Cardinals. So, look for them like in the second and third rounds to be picking these guys up. Adam Trotman is my number 3 guy. Hunter Bryant is my number 4 guy. And Devin Asiasi. Now, Devin Asiasi is not going to show up on a lot of top 5 lists. But going back to Adam Trotman out of Dayton, small school, that's why I have him down at number 3. Great athleticism, good size, 6'5", 255. Hunter Bryant out of Washington, again, plays pretty good competition for the most part, but he's a little bit undersized, 6'2", 248. Probably needs to add some weight to compensate for that size difference. And then I like Devin Asiasi a lot. Now he's heavier. He's like 257. But if he can bring that weight down, there's not a lot of negatives to this guy. As a matter of fact, one of the negatives was speed. But if you weigh so much, you're not going to have speed. So to me, and I saw another site kind of say this, he was a senior. He's got all this experience, 6'3", decent height. But 257, if he brings that playing weight down just maybe in the 240s, even right around 250, I mean, or just works on his speed at that size, even if he only brings his weight down to say like 250, 253 or something, look out for that guy. I kind of get the feeling that whoever gets that guy could end up with a pretty, I wouldn't say like superstar tight end, but I want to say like Ebron or oh gosh, just one of these real solid working tight ends that you know can do whatever you need at times. So I can't think of the comparison right now. I'm trying to think of somebody. I mean, even like a Delaney Walker comparison wouldn't be that far fetched. Because it took Walker a little bit of time to kind of come into his own in the NFL. So, you're looking at a guy like that. But anyway, tight ends are kind of interesting. So that's the video on the tight ends, guys. I'll be trying to do the inside linebackers today. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you like all the videos. And please share with anybody you know who likes sports. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks.